You hate this report, don't you?
Yes, indeed.
You hate it because?
Well, because it's a prosecutorial screed rather than an objective look at the CIA interrogation and detention program. Look, I understand the need for people in a democracy to understand what the government does on their behalf. I'm afraid that's not the document.
But they refer to all these CIA documents that were made available to the committee in these 500, 600 pages.
Sure.
Those are the ones that have been declassified, redacted. There's still, what, 6,000 pages of more information. Yeah. And if you speak to members over there, they're not giving details, but they say the details are even worse, even more damning than what's included in this document.
Well, Wolf, you're a correspondent, you're a journalist, you seek truth like we did in the intelligence community. If you had a chance to talk to people or just kind of rummage through their emails, which would you do? Or maybe you'd like to do both. This report was based upon a 4-year fishing expedition amongst 6 million pages of CIA documents. And call me crazy, Wolf, I think they actually began with a conclusion and then worked backward into that sea of documents in order to create a case for each of the conclusions.
Here's one of the documents. It says this. It's pretty harrowing. CIA officer ordered that Gul Rahman be shackled to the wall of his cell in a position that required the detainee to rest on the bare concrete floor. Rahman was wearing only a sweatshirt. The next day, the guards found Gul Rahman's dead body. Rahman likely died from hypothermia, in part from having been forced to sit on the bare concrete floor without pants. Now, that sounds like torture.
Well, first of all, it was not part of the high-value detainee program. It happened in Afghanistan at a site run by an inexperienced CIA officer. Shame on us. We put this young man in a position for which we had not prepared him. All right. It was reported to the Justice Department. And in fact, the high-value detainee interrogation program that this report says it is telling you about, it is a product of how CIA mishandled some of these early battlefield detentions in Afghanistan. In short, Wolf, the program I went down to explain to the Congress in 2006 and 2007 was the program we put in place because of mistakes like the one with Gul Rahman. All
right, so let's talk about some of the other pretty brutal things that came out of this report. It states this. We all knew, by the way, about the waterboarding, the sleep deprivation, but it then goes on and says this. At least 5 detainees were subjected to rectal rehydration or rectal feeding. There is at least 1 record of Abu Zubaydah receiving rectal fluid resuscitation for partially refusing liquids. Is that legal? Is that torture? What is that?
Well, no, it's a medical procedure, is what it is. Now, Wolf, I'm learning about this somewhat too, because as you know, almost all of this took place before I became director. But I have learned that in some instances, one way that you can get nourishment into a person is through this procedure as opposed to intravenous feeding, which of course involves needles and a whole bunch of other dangerous things.
You used to be the director of the CIA. Listen to this.
The CIA spent $40 million to prevent us from issuing this report. That is fact. We did not spend the money. We used our staff to do this report. They went into our computers illegally to take out information, not once, not twice, but 3 times, which I believe is a separation of powers violation.
Sounds like potential crimes there. Your reaction?
Well, my reaction is CIA spent $40 million to stop this report. I'm sorry, Wolf. I'm blank on that one. I have no idea what that would mean. I do know it has been routinely reported in the press that this investigation, this is the product, cost $40 million over 4 years and was done not just by Senate staff, but by contractors who are hired for this very purpose. And since we're trying to figure out who shot John here, I want to know what happened to the Senate Sergeant-at-Arms investigation that was launched to find out how this document, the so-called Panetta report, ended up on the sissy side of the firewall when it was not one of the documents that the CIA intended to share. Now, what happened to that investigation?
Well, what about this allegation she makes that the CIA was eavesdropping, was illegally going after the Senate Intelligence Committee, searching for documents, and in her words, almost effectively breaking the law, separation of powers violation?
Well, I'll let the current director answer that question, Wolf, because I haven't been in charge of CIA for 6 years.